Good morning, Corey Davis coming to you from the Coffee Factory with Positively Muskegon, and our guest today is Muskegon Heights City Manager Jake Ekholm. Welcome.
Thank you.
We are here today to talk about an upcoming job fair.
Yep, the first annual job fair at the City of Muskegon Heights City Hall will take place March 1st.
From what time?
It'll be 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. There will be vendors there for the entire day.
Okay, and how'd you kind of come up with this idea? What were your thoughts behind it?
Sure. So we looked at a lot of data that kind of showed, while the statewide unemployment rate has recovered to the point where a lot of people who want to be working seem to be working, we can see in our local data that our unemployment rate is double the state average, if not more than double the state average. And those are, that data set includes people that are claiming to be actively looking for work. And so one of the barriers that we see in the city of Muskegon Heights is workforce development barriers. So this won't only be a job fair. While there will be many employment agencies and direct hire employers there, we'll also be featuring some workforce development tools for people. So Michigan Works has been kind enough to locate there. Reed Muskegon and Muskegon Community College have all committed to being at the event. So that way, we're covering a full spectrum. So if people need some help with a resume, or if people need some help with some of the soft skills things that go along with employment, we'll have people there for that. And then there'll also be the people that are ready and looking for a job and they just have struggled to find one for whatever reason. We'll have opportunities there for them as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So speaking of Michigan Works, we were talking a little bit beforehand, and they were generous enough to donate some flash drives. So could you go into that, please?
Yeah, Michigan Works has been an excellent partner to the city long before this job fair, but especially with the job fair, and they were kind enough to commit to donating 100 flash drives. So what we'll be doing at the event in a separate space, we have volunteers that will be running what we're calling a resume generation station. So one of the big barriers to a lot of employment seekers that are new to the workforce, or that have been out of the workforce for a long time, is trying to either create or update your resume.
Okay.
So and that goes across the board as far as people with work experience. I mean, it's just a challenging thing for people to do.
Yeah.
How do you write about yourself?
Yes.
In some cases. So these volunteers will have a template, and they'll be able to actually on site at the job fair put together a resume for our patrons by just asking them some basic questions, getting the information on paper. Not only will they print some copies for them at the job fair, but they'll also use those donated flash drives to put it on a flash drive and let them take it with them. So now they have a resume they can reuse. So even if they don't find success with attaining employment at the job fair, they can take that tool with them and continue their job search.
That's excellent. What are some of your goals for this event?
So we want to make it annual, and we're going to learn a lot this year. This is the first year event, so we're kind of monitoring it for hiccups and seeing how it runs. It'll sort of be trade show style. For those of you that have been to City Hall, you know that it's set up essentially in a square, and all the departments break off of that square. So all that series of hallways, as well as the council chambers, will be full of vendors, and people can walk through. There will be opportunities for them to interact with, as I said, educational entities, nonprofit components, as well as employers. So the goal really is to move the needle forward as far as workforce development within the city of Muskegon Heights. We've invited the senior class from Muskegon Heights High School to come to the job fair. A lot of them are preparing to go to college and things like that. And I remember when I was in college, especially since I went here to MCC, I had to work part-time while I was there to keep things moving. So there will be opportunities for them to do that sort of thing, or maybe find a job for the summer full-time to prepare for college. And we really want to see workforce development improve in the city. Our goal really is to create an environment where people can be successful. So you'll see us taking a little bit more direct approach than a municipality traditionally would in some of these endeavors. Yep.
And this is what I find interesting about this is it's a resource fair and a job fair.
Yep.
You're offering all kinds of services, all kinds of access to employers. So what kind of sectors of employment will be there?
We have quite a few industrial and manufacturing employers coming, some service industry employers, and then some that are not even necessarily hiring direct right now, but they want to come to show support and show that they're located in the city of Muskegon Heights, because one of the big misconceptions that we see is that people feel as though there are no jobs in the city of Muskegon Heights. People in the city and outside the city feel that way, and that's not true. There are hundreds of manufacturing jobs, hundreds of healthcare jobs, education, public service. We have a lot of employment. It's just the challenge that we see is that the people within the city limits don't seem to be attaining those jobs to the level you would normally see, and we feel as though it's that workforce development component, and as well as some barriers that we're also working on institutionally within the city.
Okay, great. So, just to recap, it's going to be March 1st.
Yep, March 1st at City Hall, 2724 Peck Street, downtown Muskegon Heights.
So, how'd you guys come up with the 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.?
We had a kickoff meeting, and we invited employment agencies, direct hire employers, and I believe you were there actually.
I was
that.
there.
Yep, transportation people, everything that would kind of help serve the event, and we just picked some people's brains because we're a municipality, we're a city, and we feel as though we're very good at running a city, but we've never put on a job fair. So we wanted to ask the experts essentially, and we got a lot of positive feedback. We asked the manpowers, the employment agencies, what works for you and what doesn't. When do you tend to see the most success? What part of the week? What time of day? What's the best layout? And we kind of tailored our event based on that advice because we have no problem leaning on people that know what they're doing. So.
Awesome. I think it's going to be very successful, and I think people are really going to be surprised at just how much they can learn there
Sure.
and how many resources are available. So what if a business wants to get a hold of you to be a part of this, or what if somebody has questions that is attending as a job seeker?
Sure. I would encourage them to contact my office at 231-733-8870. It's not too late to sign up. We're shooting for 30 vendors, and we are over 2/3 of the way to that, but we've got overflow space that we know we can plan for if we end up going over. And we got, I should mention, in addition to the flash drives being donated by Michigan Works, Ready Rental, which is a Muskegon Heights-based business, they were kind enough to donate us for the event 36 tables, so we can take up to 36 vendors, and then we have some tables on our own. So we're trying to make this as resource-rich as we can. And it's going to be chaotic because it's year one, and it's open to all of the public. So if you're a job seeker, even if you don't live in the city of Muskegon Heights, we would love to host you.
Excellent. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, thank you very much for the coverage, and this is just one of the many things that we're trying to do in the city to return us to, the mayor calls it the new normal. That's our mantra, and trying to establish the fact that there are amenities and enjoyable things to do in the city of Muskegon Heights. There are more good things going on in Muskegon Heights than bad things.
Way more good things.
And we are just trying to show that, and also kind of put our time and our money where our mouth is to show that the city is committed to bringing us back to that viability.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Jake.
Thank you.
And I hope your event is a success. March 1st, 11 to 7 at Muskegon Heights City Hall.